All right, so I haven't been on Aimlabs in a really long time. I just usually just go into the game now, play some DM, play Swift Play now, or unrated to get to warm up, or if I want to like practice. I haven't been playing a whole lot of Valorant lately, but I do feel like I'm getting better at Valorant little by little. So today on Twitter, I saw a post about Aimlabs Plus. Not necessarily did I notice the Aimlab Plus part first. It was the fact that they had a way that you can train your crosshair placement and your head height in the Valorant maps on Aimlabs. Like not just a blank like area, like all the things are just boxes and it kind of looks like the map. It's actually the map. They put the maps in the game. Seeing this for like the head height practice thing is so cool because now I can like go in and practice. But the only problem is that it is Aimlabs Plus, so you do have to pay for it. And to access it, once you do pay for it, it's like $9.99 a month. So I paid the $9.99 because I wanted to try this out, and it was worth it to me. The $10 for this month was worth it to me to practice my head height aim on maps, because when I'm playing the game, I'm always trying to think of, am I at head height? Like it seems like I'm at head height, but I don't really know 100%. And being able to use this to practice exactly where head height is going to help me so much, because now if I know that I'm at head height without fail, then when someone peeks, there'll be a lot less hesitation while I try to make sure I'm at head height. Like, oh, I am at head height, or oh, I'm not at head height, I'm a little bit lower. Let me adjust my aim up a little bit or adjust it down a little bit and then fire. I already feel like it's going to be worth it to be able to practice on the maps and it tell you exactly what the head height is. So when you come into Aimlabs to get it, you're going to go like you'll see this Aimlabs Plus thing. It's the Aimlabs Plus beta. You'll click on this, it'll take you to a browser and you sign in with your account. I just use my Riot account to sign in, and then you pay the $9.99 or whatever. You come back here. I would sign out of the app and then sign back in again. That's what I did to make sure everything updates. But then you go over to this up here, because I didn't know where to look. I was like looking everywhere, searching and stuff like that on here. But you go up here to this tab, and you click Aimlabs Plus beta. You'll have that there. It'll bring you here. Ignore my terrible stats down here and my terrible stats up here, because I'm bronze 3, whatever, who cares. My peak was silver 2, leave me alone. So you have like analysis. I played like one little round or whatever on Ascent with bots on in practice mode, just to see what it was like and what it felt like. And after one match, I was like, okay, this is definitely going to be helpful. They do fire back at you, but your character, you don't die and spawn somewhere else, right? The whole thing, the reason why this is so good is because you don't have to really focus on anything else. You can turn off the bots if you want and just walk around the map and practice where your head height is supposed to be, and practice walking around, aiming at the green dot, and it's leagues of help. It's just insane. Let's go into free play. You're gonna go to free play. You can pick any of the maps here. You can start as a defender or an attacker depending on what side you want to be on, and you can pick your location. If we're on Haven, you can pick C. So we're getting a new map that has 3 points on it. Haven was the only map that had 3 locations on it. All the other maps have 2 locations. So you can turn on practice. You can turn on deathmatch, that's what turns the bots on. You can leave this off so it'll track your stats, but I turned it on so it doesn't track stats, so you can just walk around and thing. I'll leave the bots off right now. Game ends at 40 kills or when the player exits. So okay, so we're gonna leave the bots off. We're gonna turn on practice mode, and we're going to go into, let's go into Icebox. Let's go into Icebox and start at A site. All right, so what is this? What is this? Oh, is this where you should be walking? Huh. Huh. So it doesn't let you go outside of here. Oh, so this is literally only practicing A site. You can't leave outside of here. Okay. So like I can see that, okay, this is head height right next to this door. Like I can look in here and just remember where it is based on things on the map, based on like markers or like places to remember on the map. So I know if I put my cursor here right next to the top of this door, this is head height. For here, I think there's there's usually a line here on the wall. What did it just do? Play again. I wish that okay. That's the one thing I forgot. It stops. There's a timer up there. So I wonder if you can turn the timer off. That would be great. So the reticle stop, like it turns red when you're too far away from when your crosshair is nowhere near where it's supposed to be, and then when you get closer, it turns green. So it's like, okay, this is where you should be. So like this is showing you how to move around these areas. This is pretty dope. So this is the thing I'm talking about. This is usually like a yellow line on the wall, and I think it's pretty much over here too, if I remember correctly. But like then you know that you can aim at this. So I know for 100% fact that if I put my crosshair on this line here, this is head height. So if somebody walks around the corner, I know that I can fire at them and I don't have to move my crosshair. So as you're walking around the corner, you just leave your crosshair here. You can just hit play again. So I just got to keep hitting play again so that I can walk through these areas and like check them out. So because like normally sometimes I might be here, sometimes I might be like here, but I know that like now I just have to make sure that my crosshair, so like for here when I'm coming around this corner, I know that like I got to make sure you can use this line, to line this up. When you're coming over here, you can use the top of this box right here to line this up. So like you don't even really have to move. Like once you get here and you're moving over, it's like, okay, well, I don't even have to worry about where my crosshair is, as long as I'm not moving it down or up. I'm just moving it around, and I'm using movement to move my character and slightly moving my crosshair. So okay, there I guess there are not active bots, but bots that don't move around. Like, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. If you left the thing off, it just turns off aggressive bots, which are just bots that just move around and fire at you. And then when you fire at you, they just take away your points. Can you go up the rope? Huh, I guess not. They don't have rope mechanics. Okay, so see, so now I know. I was like, okay, well, when I come around this corner, you do kind of got to move around here, move fast around here. I guess this is if somebody is standing directly right here, which is not always the case. So I guess when you move around the corner, it's like, okay, well, if somebody's standing up on here, you have your crosshair here. If they try to peek around that, if not, then so let's try to move through here in 1 minute and see what happens. This is weird. This is a weird one right here. This one probably needs to be adjusted, maybe. Maybe this one needs to be adjusted because they, or that's if they're standing right directly up against it, maybe. Ah. Okay, okay. So it's not perfect, but it gives you where you should have your reticle, right? Where you should kind of have it, but it gives you an idea. So there could be people standing in places that your crosshair is not going to be. And this is actually the problem that I usually have in matches where I'm not sure where my crosshair is supposed to be when the elevation and stuff is changing. And when you walk around certain corners and there's tons of like elevation or tons of places that it can be that are either like right on par with you, right above, like there may be like three elevations or 2 elevations right as you're coming around a corner. And then like you go around the corner, there's more elevations that people can be standing on. So like, and like whether they're, you know, close or further back, like just different stuff like that is what I usually have a problem with. And what I think this would help me like notice doing something wrong. Because like, see, like I would if you're coming around here, you should, there's no like, this is wrong. I don't know, this is wrong. This is definitely not head height, right? So there's some little places and some little spots in here that are definitely wrong that need to be fixed, but it's a beta, right? It's in beta, and I think this is like brand new, so there's definitely some spots on the map that need to be fixed. I'm sure they'll take care of that. Let's move through. I died there. See, the circle was down here, but I know it's like kind of above where this box is, depending on, you know, or if they're crouching. No, I don't even think you can crouch that low. See, this is wrong. Okay, when you get there, that's where it resets. Okay, this makes sense. Like this is a really good like, to me this feels like an amazing way to practice. Like it's like the entry thing that they had before, except it's the actual map, and it doesn't like just look like the map, it's the actual map. So like when you're walking through here, and then like you'll get a feel for it, and then when you're actually in game, I'm dead there. I'm dead a whole bunch of times. But like this gives you an idea that people could be standing anywhere. Like even I probably should be clearing up there too. That's something else that they're gonna have to do. Or like maybe start putting bots up there. I don't know if bots will show up there. I've only done this a couple of times, and I know I'm clearing stuff wrong, but I think as I do this more and more, I'll get better at clearing the angles, because like I'll be like, oh, I can't forget to clear this angle. You walk around a corner and there could be like an inanimate bot standing there. You're like, okay, I was dead there, you know. Movement accuracy 99.28, crosshair placement 40.68. Let's try a different map, or at least I'll show you what it's like with the deathmatch on. And we go to bind. Let's go to bind. I wonder if the teleporters are on. I wonder if they have the teleporters in this. I would assume they don't, but yeah, they don't have the teleporters in it, because they would have to put all the mechanics and stuff in there I'm sure they didn't feel like doing all the mechanics. Maybe, hey, maybe in the future they might. Who knows? But let's click to begin. But on here, you'll be able to you should be able to hear the bots walking. I wonder if it's a certain amount of bots. Because I feel like they were multiplying before. Yo, never have I ever walked inside the thing. So wait, 40 bots? Are they only on this side of the map? Dead. I'm dead. Yo. Where were all of y'all at when I walked around the map? Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's only on that side of the map. So if I go to exit, right? When I went to free play, and I'm only on A site, right? A site on what was that? A site on find. Maybe okay, so they probably only spawn on the site that you pick. So walking over to B site, you get no one. And if you walk around on A site, you probably do get people. So let's do B site deathmatch practice. like one of these. This is a good spot that I have trouble with. And like here. So this right here is what I'm looking for. Oh. Peeking here is kind of weird-ish, but movement accuracy 97.48, crosshair placement 25, accuracy 44, headshots 40. But yeah, like I feel like this is a really good way to practice and improve at crosshair placement. Like hands down. Like if you're really into Valorant and you really want to practice crosshair placement on the maps without having to worry about like dying and not having to guess where it is and trying to like use setup things inside the match, and you just want to be able to practice, this is pretty good. They definitely still need to improve on the placement of some of the green bubbles, because some of them are definitely not head height and some of them are in the wrong spots, and there's some spots that don't that are not like recognized, but I think this is 100% a good start, and it definitely gives you a really good idea of where your crosshairs should be when you're walking around corners, how many, like where people could be. It allows you to think about that stuff a lot more than just like hopping in a deathmatch and then getting shot in the back of the head 15 times while you're just trying to practice. And then like, because like I do that to practice sometimes, but it definitely gets annoying when you're trying to like focus on, okay, where is this person going to be looking when they come around the corner, and like you're standing there, you're like, okay, I hear them about to come around the corner, or they come around the corner, you take a shot, maybe you miss, and then like you get shot in the back of the head. It's like, oh, I couldn't even take this gunfight. I'm trying to take these 1v1 fights to get my crosshair placement up, but I'm always getting shot in the back. And it's like, I really wish I had a better way to practice, and this is it. So if it's worth it to you, the $10 a month, I recommend it. I do. I'm gonna start using this a little more. You know, just like anything else in Aimlabs, you hop on, do some of it for a little while every day, and or you know, a couple times a week, and then now you could just hyper focus on crosshair placement on different maps. And you could just do this easily, repeatedly, over and over again on different sites. You can pick the exact site that you have a problem with, or that you feel you struggle on, and stuff like that with crosshair placement. Definitely this is one of the maps for me, and B site is one of the harder places for me to be confident in where my crosshair is supposed to be at different elevations. Same thing with like Icebox and all that. So I think this is gonna be great. Hopefully they have the new map on here as soon as the map comes out, because then you could practice on there and be ahead of the game when the map drops. But yeah, all right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you liked the video, and thanks.